Wrapping fall camp up here with head coach Nick Hill. We caught on with them after practice number 1 now. After your final scrimmage, I know you got to practice tomorrow before your guys start class on Monday. Just the biggest takeaways of fall camp for your team.
You know, I think, schedule-wise, we break camp, and I just wanted to keep the mentality, we got to be a great practice team all the way through, so it's about continuing to get better. Obviously, in the first 2 weeks through 2 scrimmages, you want to have a great idea what your team, what your makeup is, what players do things well, so we've got to do a good job as a staff of that, being our identity, finding out what your identity is. I think we have a great idea of that, but you're still evolving at, those first few games too, live action and seeing how people react. So really today, it's really too about just the schedule of game day, how we react to that, how we come out here focused, the substitutions being tight, the operation. You're going to still, I showed well-coached teams last year in week 1 looked disorganized at times, punt, not enough people out there that cost you that first week. And so we've got to do a great job and get our team to buy into that. Is super important, and those are well-coached teams that people went over to it. It's when you lose your focus on game day, and so I thought we accomplished a lot of that so far.
Coach, you just talk about those little detail things, and throughout fall camp, that's really the importance of this time, is to press those details, not just with your starters, but ultimately developing that depth. What was the most encouraging thing that you saw from guys down the line? Not just your starters and your most experienced guys, but really your freshmen getting integrated into the program.
Yeah, I think there's both sides of the ball, and then on special teams. Really that's where those guys have a great opportunity to show what type of ball player they are and what the team means to them, of going out there and making plays, being on the road, traveling. That's how you're going to make the bus. And for us to win a championship, for any team that's setting out, that's everybody's goal right now. It's going to take a lot of depth. When you're talking about playing this game and having to go 15 rounds, your depth is going to be tested, and oftentimes that's the tell of whether you can win a championship. And so we got to continue to do that. There's been some great guys, not just the young guys as a freshman, but maybe there's been a couple guys that transferred here, maybe got off to slow starts. They're trying swimming in the playbook, or now you see them starting to get more comfortable, like, okay, there's the guy that we recruited. Now he's like, okay, he can be a piece to doing that. I think Jackson Parker is a guy that is like that at the receiver spot, where came through spring ball and then the summer and then fall camp. It was just consistency. I tell them that all the time. Anybody can come and show up one day, maybe 2, and have a flash play or whatever, but really I'm not worried about the flash plays. I'm worried about, are you a guy that just consistently, when we're watching tape, it's like, man, he's being consistent, he's where he's supposed to be, he knows the playbook now, he's executing. The ball might not even find you on offense, but we see you running the right route, we see you run the right depth, we know you know what you're doing. And the same thing defensively, it's just about, can we trust you, all 11 guys that are on the field on that snap, to operate and execute the given call.
What were the biggest things you feel like your defense accomplished in camp?
Well, I think, finding out I think we know what our identity is going to be, and Coach Braun's done a great job of understanding what the identity of this defense is, having spring ball, having the summer, having fall camp, and now it's about, what pieces can we trust, what do they do well, him having a great idea, okay, now those players are out for this drive, I have a clear understanding what he does well, what calls to stay away from, what calls that we can now get to that fit him, and that's what we got to do a great job as a staff. As the game goes, a defensive player is not taking all 80 snaps or 70 snaps, however we get in the game, and so understanding that some calls aren't good for certain guys that are in there, and so for us to have an identity and then understanding our personnel.
Overall on the team, you mentioned a guy like Jackson and really getting more consistent throughout fall camp that you continue to preach. When you use the term surprise, it almost feels like your expectations were low for that specific position, but what was a group that really stood out to you in camp of, man, I really like what I saw from them as they continued throughout camp?
Yeah, I think, I don't even think a surprise, more of meeting the expectations. If we brought him here, we had high expectations for him and a thought process, and we understand maybe as coaches we want to push that timeline up, and that who can withstand that hard coaching, and hey, didn't get it right, you're going to get coached up. It's not going to be like, hey, it's okay, you haven't been here. And but I really feel like the back end, I feel like we Those safeties have a great grasp. I think Jagger has come in here and added to that room. He's got a savviness. He's played a lot of ball. And then I think the corners spot as well is finding the depth at that corner position. Of those the three guys that have been getting it, but then Cam as well, and then I think Nas has taken steps as well throughout camp. So those guys have to be great special teams players for us as well. And so when you think about traveling 5 corners, they got to all be contributing to the team on that Saturday.
How important have these scrimmages been and practices been with your player to coach comm, just to kind of get that rhythm going, as this will be your first year being able to utilize it?
Yeah, no, that was good, and I think both of us, I think, in game we'll have to, but it's been great. I mean, we've used it every single day. It's not just been out here on the scrimmages. So getting a feel for that, I mean, obviously you love it, to be able to talk directly to a player on the field. I think we have a good, playing the position, I have a good understanding is you don't want to talk too much, and clear, I want to clear the clutter for him, the coaching throughout the week, but it could be a quick reminder or quick reminder for somebody else in the huddle, I think it's been good, and then we will find the rhythm of, the no huddle. We still have to be great with signals. I mean, there's no way to go no huddle and only one guy's getting talked to. So we still have to have a great communication, which allows us to, because there'll be times that thing goes out throughout the game, and when you talk to teams like, hey, it was down for 2 series, so we can't let that affect us either. And you're interviewing what happened on the headset went out and we didn't have a plan for that as well.
Before we put a bow, just offensively, when you meet with your guys, what are the things that you're still most importantly preaching to them as you start to get into what will be a typical game week?
Yeah, well, I mean, we haven't won any games yet, so I mean, I'm not walking off here feeling and predicting anything. I feel confident in the guys that we have, and so it's about us doing that. And there's going to have to be a physicality to us to be good, to win the Missouri Valley. It's going to have to be a physical brand of football. It's going to have to be high execution and discipline as far as just the procedures, the execution of substitutions. We do a lot on offense, so in and out of personnels, and the work's not done yet. I feel good about the group we have. It's been a great group to coach. Collectively, all of them. We've got over 105 here in camp. Really, it's been fun. The team buildings, the evening meetings, the walkthroughs out here under the lights, you see it. It's been a good group. And when you have that and you have their attention, you can put together a pretty good team.
Let you out of here on this note. I know you get ingrained with this team each and every day throughout fall camp, and you're not necessarily always focused on what's going out on social media. But, man, you can really feel the excitement for your team. I think that's a huge credit to guys like Tom Weber, who are still around your program, doing a tremendous job covering you guys, our team internally, what it means just for you as the head coach to really sense the excitement around the program and really getting attention around this program that probably hasn't had this much attention in a long time.
Yeah, you're right. There's some things that I just want to, not, but you guys do it, everybody. I mean, the amount of people that come to practice that have, are invested in the program. Tom's doing a great job, you and Dom, and I mean, heck, that's what I said. I mean, we don't have many color guys that make as many practices, and the radio crew and Coach Poore out here, and Coach Poore's up watching tape already and doing things like a lot of people invested. Our team feels that, and I think the cool thing is the players and their families feel that you guys want to tell their stories, and that's what it's about. It's creating the best experience that we possibly can for these student athletes while they're here.